Dick Betts, and welcome to another edition of This Week in the Villages. I have a very special guest that I can't wait to interview and talk to. This is my friend Betty. Hi, Betty.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good today, thank you.
Good. Betty is 103 years old, and Betty has been in the Villages for, do you tell me, 39 years?
30, it'll be 32 in December.
32 in December. I think we should have a parade or something for you. What do you think? Okay. Anyway, Betty has agreed to talk to me because I think there's a lot of stories that she can reflect on being in the Villages for 31 years. And she's still active. How many days a week you play cards?
3 sometimes.
3?
3
Yeah.
sometimes, yes.
Yeah. And what time do you go grocery shopping?
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
whenever I take a notion, I guess.
Yeah, it could be 8 o'clock at night. I mean, Betty is very active. She drives. She's involved. So, Betty, where were you born, and what did you do before you came to the Villages?
Well, first of all, I was born in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin,
Okay.
and I had a number of jobs. I did go to college. After that, I was a legal secretary.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a funeral home.
You
And
had a
I'm
funeral home.
And I'm a licensed funeral director.
A licensed funeral director. Mm.
And then I had a cheese gourmet shop.
What? Really?
Yes.
I see. So, anyway, how did you end up then coming to the Villages?
Because my husband was connected with a place in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay.
And he, as a matter of fact, he was vice president of the company. And they have a branch down here in Bellevue, or they used to have, they don't have it anymore. And so when we decided we were coming down here, he didn't actually have to work, but he was he was there a lot of the time, and he was supposed to be kind of in charge of everybody down here.
Mm-hmm.
But he spent a lot of time up there and everything.
In Bellevue.
In Bellevue.
Yeah, not that far. Right up the road. So that's when you guys bought this home, right?
Well, yes, but we still lived in Grand Rapids. We moved here from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Okay.
And that's where we had looked down here. We bought the house, or in fact, it wasn't even built. In fact, where we live right now, this was buffalo were still roaming around up here in this.
Really?
Yes.
Buffaloes were roaming
Yeah.
around the area
Yeah.
where your house is today.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's really interesting. So then you basically had this house built for you.
That's exactly right. A very interesting thing, the man that was our salesman would call Robert every once in a while and ask him a question, and he'd say, "What should I do with this, or what should I do with that?" And I know Robert told him one time to put so many feet of it in the living room and so many feet of it in another place. And to be very honest with you, we weren't really sure what we were going to end up with.
So Robert wasn't a home builder? Yeah. So tell me, I think there's a story about your first Christmas here.
Oh, yes.
Could you share that story?
Oh, yes. Well, we didn't know all the rules and regulations around that. And we're used to being with family and having, we always had a nice big dinner at Christmas Eve and then opened our presents. That was just a routine. And then Christmas Day, we had a nice big dinner, and the family were all around, and it was just a special time. So we come down here, and Robert and I are all by ourselves, and we decided Christmas Eve that maybe we would go to a movie. So we went to a movie, and we went kind of late in the afternoon, and then we were going to go eat. Well, what we didn't know was that some of these restaurants, and there were very few of them here at that time.
31 years ago would have been 1994, maybe 25, so yeah, 1994. Okay.
So anyhow, the first place we went was over, it's still there, And the place was just absolutely jammed, and the cars were all over the parking lot and everything. So we decided, well, that won't work. So then we went out to Nancy Lopez, and of course we didn't realize that you had to have reservations at these places. And we got out there, and the same thing, we couldn't get in. And we ended up at Denny's having bacon and eggs for Christmas Eve dinner. And then our next thing was for New Year's.
New Year's, yeah. Tell me about New Year's Eve.
Yes. Well, our friends from Illinois were already down here. And as a matter of fact, we spent Thanksgiving with them because well, we were here a few days before Thanksgiving. And anyhow, she tried to make reservations for New Year's Eve. And what we didn't know, that was at Orange Blossom. Now, that was about the only big
Orange Blossom, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Orange Blossom Country Club.
That's right. Well, what we didn't know at the time was that we were not members of the village. We weren't here yet, and so we were not villagers, and they wouldn't accept our reservations. Somehow she talked them into telling them that we would be here. But after we got here, we had to go check in to let them know that we were
We were villagers.
we were villagers,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that we could go, and we went for New Year's Eve. Now that's another story too.
Okay, well, we're going to come back to more stories, but we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and talk about your New Year's Eve story. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So we'll be right back.